Hello again, my name's Gabe Zolna. You know, I posted MDI 3489, Kansas City cop murdered. I woke up early this morning. Nothing too uncommon lately, huh? In either case, I was thinking about that video and I took it down. The reason I took it down is that I did what I don't want other people to do. I swore. And what you saw was a whole lot of anger just percolating to the top. I'm just totally disgusted with the citizens of Arizona for electing the kind of garbage that they elect to represent us in the Senate. Senator John McCain should be in federal prison, and he would be if it wasn't for the presidential pardon that he received from President Nixon. I've spoken about it quite often. And Senator Jeff Flake's a complete joke. He's from Snowflake, Arizona, and he's an absolute flake. He always was a flake. A 10-year congressman, and then he parlayed that into the Senate position. He must have been a good telemarketer. The whole thing is absolutely, completely and totally insane. Neither one of them are doing what they should be doing, which is supporting the Republican presidential nominee. It's truly amazing how little they seem to care about anything other than themselves. There needs to be a way to recall people in those positions. There needs to be a way to remove them from power when they've proven not to be worthy of the position that they have. The problem is that even with technology being what it is, even with the media being able to reach people, the information that they provide is inaccurate. What do you think would happen to McCain if Fox News, if NBC, if MSNBC, if CBS exposed McCain's past? What do you think would happen to McCain if they had veterans that were at the Hanoi Hilton relay their story about Senator John McCain when he was a guest of the Hanoi Hilton? But they won't do that. They like things being off balance the way they are. And Jeffrey the Flake from Snowflake, an absolute flake. That's what happens when you don't have term limits and you let these people weave their spider webs. And that's what they do. They weave their spider webs. McCain will be remembered for a lot of bad things that he's done. The worst things that I think he's done is become a senator. And he used that power to assume having created the National Defense Authorization Act, which gives the chosen one unlimited power to incarcerate anyone that he chooses to incarcerate, without due process, without habeas corpus, without any legal representation. That's Senator John McCain. But he'll probably get reelected, and he'll probably be carried out eventually out of the Senate. And he'll be recognized as one of the greatest statesmen ever. And he should be recognized as the only senator that received the presidential pardon for the crimes that he's committed. You know what's really amazing is the present occupier of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I did a video, I guess, what was it, on the 19th of July, 2016, and I attached a link, and the link had Judge Andrew Napolitano talking about the crimes that the present occupier has committed. There's no one to go to. When Obama admitted in Poland that he knew that some of the detainees would return to the battlefield, or have returned to the battlefield, and he continues to release them, well, what he's doing, he's aiding and abetting the enemies of America. How do you think the families that lost their loved ones to these graduates of Guantanamo that Obama released, how do you think they feel having lost their family member at the hands of these degenerate Muslim savages that Obama returned back to the battlefield? He couldn't have done it alone. The Secretary of Defense asked Carter and the previous Secretary of Defenses that worked for Barack Hussein Obama, the floppy-eared, crack-smoking, Sunni Islamic, homosexual, Muslim extremist. Again, I sort of bounce around. You know why? There's just so much that I'm aware of. You know, when you spend, 14, 16 hours a day for almost 4 years doing this, you don't think it has to have an adverse effect on my health, on my mental well-being? Is this madness going to end? Well, it should. Will it? I can't see Barack Hussein Obama giving up his power. He knows what will happen. He knows that if Donald becomes the occupier of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue after it's been deloused, fumigated, sanitized, if that's even possible, the stench might have ingrained itself into the marble floors. They might have to tear it down, start all over again. But he knows if Donald does become the occupier, his legacy will be what it should be: nothing. Obamacare will disappear. His executive orders will disappear. Donald might even bring about an investigation on Elena Kagan's role. He might bring about an investigation on Eric H. Holder Jr.'s role. How about Nancy Pelosi? How about her role in bringing this monster into the White House? You sort of know what I think. You got a good idea why I think what I think. I guess the question now is, what do you think?